什么是通货膨胀？什么叫做生活成本大幅升高？你只有回到老百姓每天的日常生活，你才能够了解这个世界正在大幅度的改变。过去量化宽松的时代完全结束了，然后各国开始升息，就是开始紧缩。那这些字眼都是经济学的字眼，它落在一个活生生的老百姓的身上是什么意义？以英国来讲，它的通货膨胀率在9月份的时候是10.1%。以英国的电费来说，在俄罗斯入侵乌克兰的前后，它的电费涨了54%。而随着电费涨价，所有的因此运送的，包括石油要运送的食物，还有各种不同的产品，全部都涨，万物皆涨。而英国呢，很多人因此在银行也升息情况里头，也交不出房贷，买不起很多食物，最终的结果向高利贷借款，然后接着就面临暴力威胁。所以英国真正的问题不是只有我们所看到的，在英国国会里头所出现的首相的错误，不断的更换财相。其实当一个国家不断的在更换财政部部长，不断的更换内政部部长，不断的更换首相的这几年里面，英国它的衰落是螺旋式的，非常的快，然后最终受苦的就是这些基层老百姓。但你绝不会想到受苦到要借高利贷，要被暴力所威胁。The cost of living is a killing me.
First thing, everybody working and serves in the dirt, and the worst things were tightening.
Is there anything that isn't going up? Shopping, food, energy, fuel, even a ticket to ride.
Gas and electric have really gone up.
Even bread and milk, every day it's huge. Things are, every time you go, they've gone up 10 pence.
Every day you go in and it's a different price, you know.
Yolanda Small's family have come to know many of their customers over the decades, but in recent times there's been a tension.
We're getting a lot of complaints because every time we order stock, we have to put the prices up, unfortunately, and everybody's feeling it, yeah.
There are worries we're seeing the ingredients for a recession as the soaring cost of food and drink has pushed inflation into double digits.
曾经的日不落帝国英国正经历一场生活成本危机。自7月份，通胀率飙升至10.1%，英国央行升息了，又来了一个经济完全外行的首相，已面临逼宫下台。于是，刚刚公布的9月份通胀率还是10.1%，创下自1982年以来的最惨纪录。中下阶级的工资价值更以创纪录的速度下降。
Janet Crofts has already made changes to try to save money. She retired in January and has her daughter and 2 young grandchildren living with her.
Well, not cooking so much now. Trying to turn the lights off. But what else do you cut down on? I mean, thank God for the good weather. Then I haven't got to have my dryer on.
You say you're not cooking as much, so what are you eating?
Sandwiches.
Does it keep you awake at night?
Yeah. Might get an hour's sleep.
Just worrying.
Yeah.
不断上涨的油价、水电费、食品价格、住房价格是英国普通家庭面临的基本生活开支。然而，自今年以来，维持这些最基本的生活费用较往年增加了20%。
Leanne is already struggling to pay the bills.
Does it feel like that's in charge sometimes?
Yeah, that takes everything, every bit of money, everything. It may as well eat all my food as well because it is eating my money for food.
Her partner works, but even with no tumble dryer, no dishwasher, and rationing use, energy at her home near Stratford-upon-Avon costs more than the rent, and a further increase is terrifying.
Scared. Worried for my kids, how we're going to manage everything. We've already been going without because of how much it's costing. We've been to 4 food banks in the last couple of months, which is horrible to admit.
For millions of families, life is about to get harder. With gas and electricity prices due to rise 80% from October the 1st, an increase the regulator says is unavoidable.
Many of us have installed smart meters to help us cut down on energy costs. But for Enid, the constant reminder of how much she's paying has come to haunt her.
It is really scary because as soon as I go out, now after 2 hours I'll come in and it's already £2. And you're thinking, I'm not cooking, I'm not doing anything.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes you really anxious. You see now it's 78. It's starting now, you're realizing how are they working it out?
根据公民咨询组织网站公布的一项调查数据，英国能源监管机构在10月再次上调电费上限后，将有24%，约1/4的英国人无法支付电费。2023年1月，这个数字将增至34%，每3个英国人就有1个付不出费用，预计年度电费将超过4200英镑。
And it's the poorest people who'll be hardest hit because they have to spend a greater proportion of their household income on energy, food and drink. Under the current rate, those on the lowest household incomes are experiencing inflation of nearly 11%. The richest fifth are facing an 8.5% rate. But by October, that gap may widen even further, with the poorest fifth facing a rate of nearly 18%, compared to the richest, who'll face an 11% rate.
当数以百万计的人们感受到生活成本危机带来的压力时，只能靠借贷度日。根据英格兰银行3月份公布的数据，英国消费者在2月和3月的借贷增幅为3年来最多。3月份贷款金额就增加了13亿英镑。
So I'm arresting you on suspicion of illegal money lending and money laundering.
不过，并非所有人都能跟银行借到钱，于是那些绝望的人只能转向高利贷。
This is part of an ongoing operation against suspected illegal money lenders who not only demand extortionate rates but sometimes use violence and intimidation. And the fear is, with the cost of living crisis, this is a problem that is getting worse. Before this year, the most common reason for borrowing was one-off expenses, white goods or a car breakdown. Since January, according to the latest figures shared with Channel 4 News, half of loan shark victims in England borrow to pay for the basics, like fuel and food.
负责打击非法借贷业者20年的警官 Tony 说，最近目睹的现象令他震惊。
Clearly, with the energy rise, that's just going to get worse. For what was initially a small debt, and we've seen people that have taken £250 off an illegal lender and ended up owing £90,000 according to the illegal lender because they've doubled it and doubled it and doubled it and doubled it.
These are not normal people. They're dangerous.
电话那头的 Tara 有4个孩子要养，她很清楚借高利贷会有什么样的后果。
I've got to feed my children. I've got to feed. I've got to have hot water and just the basic essentials of life. I'm not doing it because I'm being greedy or because I want nicer things. I'm doing it to survive.
I think ultimately when there's no other options, you've still got to survive, and that insecurity of not knowing, will I get paid this week? How much will I get paid? Will I be sanctioned by benefits? That insecurity keeps you in a place where it's always got to be in your mind that who am I going to turn to? And obviously, if that's the person that's helping you out when you are at your most desperate, you're not going to turn on them.
Without further massive state support, the coming months could be catastrophic for those least able to afford it.
Why don't the government do something about it?